On today's episode of Talking Pictures, Pete Davidson apologizes, Idris Elba is the sexiest man alive, and Ice-T is a liar. Let's get rockin'.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Hiya, and welcome to Talking Pictures. It is Monday, November 12th. The whole gang is here, and we got a buttload to talk about. I am Henry O'Shea, joined as always by the captain of cool, Jack Neuheisel.
I love carpet.
And the big man, Jack O'Shea.
Hey!
Glad to be back, fellas.
Good to be back.
I was gone for a week. I enjoyed listening to your pod last week
the
thoroughly.
Boys pod, the Jack and Jack pod?
Yeah. I thought it was fantastic.
Well, thank you.
I thought it was great.
These are big shoes I had to fill.
Well,
your hosting seat.
I turned it on to listen, and the first thing I heard was the teaser. And
on today's episode.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I was like, okay, there we go.
I worked on it.
And then I heard the hi. And I was like, I'm listening to myself. There's no difference.
I thought my hi fell just a little flat.
Well, you can't.
I didn't. Yeah, you just can't do it.
I got the Freddie Mercury.
I got the moving on. I got a couple of those,
Yeah.
but the hi-yas. There's no replacing you.
It's me and Ben Stiller's dad. We're the only guys who can really do it. But love the pod last week. Seriously, that was awesome. Super funny. Super good.
It's weird whenever one of you guys is missing because I think I probably talk percentage wise like 25% of the pod.
Yeah.
It's weird having to do 50.
Yeah. Well, we carry you. So
You guys carry me in a big way.
when you don't have two guys to carry you, we start dragging you.
I mean, if you're watching the pod on YouTube too, you can pretty much quickly notice I'm the one who's manning the sticks right now of what cameras get shown. And I already have failed. What I wanted was, it starts off with the shot of Henry, and then when you say, and the captain of cool, Jack Neuheisel, I was going to cut to you and New. And then when you say me, I cut to all three of us. But when you said the captain of cool, Jack Neuheisel, I cut to you and me. And then when you said me, I cut to me and New.
Hey, Rome was not built in a day. It was built in a week.
No.
So we got time. Work out the kinks.
And what a week it was.
Oh, it was the greatest week ever. But let's get rocking. Let's get rolling.
It was a busy week. That's a good bit.
It was a busy
Rome
week.
was not built in a day. It was built in 3 days. It was a very productive 3 days.
Just a killer 72 hours.
Oh, my God.
Seen the Romans.
It was worth it, but it was exhausting.
It was long. Let's get to some big winners and pathetic losers. I'm pumped about my winner. My big winner of the week, contemporary dance.
You're a big winner.
That's
right? Oh, I know why. I know why. Yeah, because
Contemporary
I watched
dance.
this with you.
I'm pretty sure you haven't seen it yet, Jack. But for everyone who hasn't seen, the season finale of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia was this week, which the season just flew by. Kind of average, not great, but that's okay. Love the guys. But episode 10 ended with a literally, I'd say 10 to 12 minute.
Roughly,
right?
yeah.
Right?
I think it's a fair estimate.
Contemporary dance scene performed by Mac in the rain
I actually
on a
did see
stage.
it.
You did see
Yeah.
it. You watched the whole thing with a professional ballerina, shirtless in the rain, expressing his sexuality. There nothing funny about it. There was no jokes in it. It was
Well, that's strange because I found it hilarious.
Oh no, we were laughing, but it was 10 minutes of dance, of expression. And contemporary dance. Yeah. And I looked it up because I was like, what the F was that? It was out of nowhere. It was like basically that scene was what the whole season was supposed to be about. If you haven't seen any Sunny, Mac was all ripped up this year. And he said like that was kind of a joke how like everybody now in Hollywood, he's like, you'd think it would be like Marvel superheroes are ripped up. And he has a great point where it's like insurance salesmen in TV shows take off their shirt and they're absolutely yad. It's like, this doesn't really make any sense. It's like, what? But
They're on that keto diet.
Yeah. So he did that to kind of train for the dance. And he trained for that thing for like 6 months. They auditioned dancers. They at first were doing it to hip hop. Then they did to like a Jonas song. Then they finally picked this song. Then they added the rain. They were like, this was serious practice every day, 3 hours, like get this done. And it was all because they said last season when Matt came out of the closet, they got like a really great emotional response from LGBTQ community. And they like wanted to do something for them and express something. But they said it was supposed to be funny in that it was confusing. They're like, that was the funny part. Yeah. Is that you did not see this coming and what the fuck is happening?
Is you're supposed to be like, what?
Yeah, that's literally, we watched it for about.
Kept going. It was so long. It was like.
That was the thing. We watched it for about a minute. And we were like, oh, this is great. And then it kept going. And then it kind of ended. And we were like, all right, 6 minutes. And then it kept going for like another 6 minutes.
Yeah.
I thought that was like the funniest I thought that was hilarious.
What did you think of the routine? Did you think it was?
I thought it was impressive. That was my biggest.
Oh, no, it was like a legit routine. He's got a body. She had a body.
Yeah, she's a pro.
I got shades of Fire and Ice from Blades of Glory.
Okay.
Very Fire and Ice.
Okay.
Where they're sliding out and then coming back to the middle.
Yeah. Very masculine.
It's like a sexier Dirty Dancing
To be
routine.
honest, I'm not fucking pumped about it. I'll tell you why. and here's the thing: is you like this is actually a very very hot take, because I've been on the Always Sunny forums on the Reddit and stuff like that, and everybody is like, if you didn't like it, like fuck you, you don't really know what Always Sunny's about, stuff like that, and it's not the fact that they did the interpretive dance thing. That's actually, I thought that part was great. Very
I thought it was
well
impressive.
Done. Tasteful.
Yeah.
I thought my issue was with they just fucking bastardized all the characters. None of the characters are who they were. Mac is smarter. Charlie is smarter.
Mac has normal hair. That's the thing. Mac has like a normal haircut.
Yeah.
He looks like a normal, like good-looking guy.
Yeah.
It's kind of
no. Charlie has a normal haircut now.
Yeah.
Like they're constantly talking about how it's annoying that people get better looking, but now that they're all actually on other shows where they are better looking, it just doesn't. It's not Always Sunny anymore.
Yeah.
Like
fair take.
It's the little parts that drove me nuts were like. The scene when they're like, Dennis was given the job of doing this. It's the stupidest plot that like the only reason they can do it is because it's season 13 and this is something that they've built enough where they're like, fuck it, our audience will
they got
know.
The keys to the city. They can kind of do
exactly.
whatever.
They can run rampant on it and stuff like that. But it's like Charlie's getting mad at Frank because Frank isn't on top of his task, and it's like Charlie's whole character is that he's never on top of anything. I don't know.
No, I'm with you. The show's definitely it's changed a ton. I don't want to say it's been bastardized, but it's been whatever the medium between regular and bastardized. Comparing it to South Park. This South Park episode this week, kind of random tangent, but it was all about Man Bear Pig again. They brought back Al Gore, and the whole thing was like Man Bear Pig's actually real. And it was super freaking funny, and Al Gore's making him like apologize, and there's all these people. It's all metaphor for global warming, and so all these people are like, well, like even if it is real, it's too late. We can't do anything. Just all like the global warming apologist stuff. And I saw a big article like little too late. Matt Stone and Trey Parker like finally admitting that global warming's real, and it's like you don't get South Park if you think that's what they were doing.
Yeah,
like, that's the difference.
Though
South Park has not changed in that way. That Sunny has. Sunny has kind of tried to Sunny would not do this in any other season until now. It's like really cool. You're doing this for LGBTQ. Awesome. And actually, I really thought the dance was awesome.
Yeah.
But it's like. Everything else, they've done stuff with messages. It's still supposed to be really funny and just
that was kind of the big takeaway from the season too. It's
Yeah.
like every episode. I remember we were talking about this
politically
as it was going on. That it was like everything was
directed.
politically charged.
Yeah.
There was the bathroom episode. There was kind of the Time's Up episode. Like all these different things. They tried to hit all these hot button political issues,
which they never used to
which
do.
usually. Yeah, it'll be a joke, but it won't be the whole focal point of the episode.
Or if it is, like they did that episode where like it's like how easy and hard it is to get guns. They just absolutely destroy both sides, and at the end, it's all one big joke.
Yeah,
and it's like okay, like you're kind of making fun of everything. Yeah, so I don't know, because things kind of changed, but
interpretive dance,
check out that dance.
Frickin' wins.
It is impressive. It would be so much fun to be able to do that.
All right, let's get these winners and losers out.
Who's your winner?
That was the longest.
That was the long. Yeah, that was deep. This one's going to be.
a good one.
Let me just fly through this, and we'll go to the next one. Hank Baskett.
You're a big winner.
Do you guys remember Hank Baskett? He played in
Eagles
the
receiver.
NFL.
He was married to
Playboy
girl.
Probably the worst looking of Hef's girlfriends.
Whoa,
I think
by far the
best.
hottest one.
I think
You
the
thought
hottest.
Kendra was hotter than Holly?
Yeah.
Oh goodness!
And,
I did.
And the third one, which I'm sorry, was a
Yeah, it
little
wasn't the
bit
third
chunky.
one. You're right.
chunky.
It wasn't the third one.
Yeah.
But I thought was it Holly is the other one, right?
Yeah, Kendra
I was
was
a
so
Holly.
much hotter.
Now Kendra was sexy.
I don't see this. Okay, we'll discuss this at a later date. But fucking Hank Baskett. He's been out of the NFL for a few years.
Hank Bassett.
Basket.
I thought it was Bassett.
I think it's Baskett.
I think it's
Right.
Basket.
Right.
Bread in the basket.
I was
Agree
because
to
he was a wide
disagree.
receiver. There
Keep
was kind
going,
of a
keep
bit-
going.
Anyway,
I'll look it up.
We've thought of him as a loser for forever because the last time we saw him in the NFL, he fumbled the onside kick in the 2010 Super Bowl with the Colts and Saints.
Oh yeah, an idiot.
And recently he had a show with Kendra, didn't go so well. So Hank wasn't doing great. This past week with all the fires in California, he is volunteering with the Hot Shots, and he is fighting the California wildfires. So,
That's pretty awesome.
Hank, if you were better known, you'd probably make Hero of the Week stuff because that's pretty heroic stuff. But you are a winner, sir.
That's
for
good.
him.
That's a good winner.
Good
Yeah.
for Hank. Good stuff. Losers. My loser of the week. Doppelgangers.
Okay.
Doppelganger. Did you have a winner?
No, I had a winner, but then you guys told me it was
yeah,
inappropriate,
yeah.
and I realized it was inappropriate. So never mind.
Hey,
You guys will never know.
Loser though.
it was really offensive.
Loser of the week.
Good call, guys.
Doppelgangers.
You are one pathetic loser.
Doppelgangers lose. Who doesn't love a good doppelganger? I think we all do.
We all do. That's
Right?
why I'm obsessed with twins,
I absolutely love twins. You see,
and not in like a sexual way. Like literally like
mostly male.
twins
I'm a
fascinate me. New is dying. New, I gotta cut to New Kim.
I really like the bit.
I love
was
identical
good.
twins, dude. You go to YouTube. Literally, I'd say
I can spend all day looking at twins.
dude, literally 2/3 of YouTubers are just like the
know what?
Merrill twins
Yeah,
or,
yeah,
or
yeah.
the Dolan twins.
You
They're all
want a
just
fun fact
identical
about
twins.
You
Yeah,
want a fun fact?
Yeah.
Twins have different fingerprints.
yeah, because they're like snowflakes.
Just something interesting.
They all look the same, but you put them under a
Of
microscope.
course, because they're like snowflakes.
Yeah, you put them, put them under a
By the way,
microscope.
I've ever given you, I think, bullshit on that snowflake theory. We've seen all the fucking snowflakes. We know they're all different. Oh, there's no the same. Get the
You're
fuck out of
ignorant.
here.
You're ignorant.
They come in sets of 12.
Look at this fucking guy doesn't know science.
It's bullshit. Anyways.
Basket. This guy doesn't know science. Let's talk about crocodiles again. Get me a win.
So doppelgangers lose because Russell Crowe this week. There's that Fox News movie coming out. We talked about what's her name is playing Megyn Kelly.
Yeah.
Charlize Theron, looking great. Good for you, Megyn Kelly. But Roger Ailes or Ailes, do you know how to pronounce his name?
Roger Ailes.
Ailes. I'm still not sure.
I just
Ailes?
heard you say it.
I know Roger Ailes. Yeah.
Ailes. Okay. Roger. We'll call him Raj. It was the head of Fox News, and so the movie's basically about him, and he created a very not fun work environment, workplace. I don't really know the full story, but I'm guessing a lot of sexual harassment, that kind of stuff, tough culture. Anyways, Russell Crowe was playing him, and he was a big fat old man. And so Russell Crowe is playing this big fat old man, and the pictures came out of him dressed as this guy. I'll give it to him. He looks a lot like him. Take a look real quick. Totally looks a lot like him. The reason doppelgangers
Dude, he looks a
lose-
lot like Christian Bale in Veep or in Vice.
He does. And so that's kind of part of my thing. Doppelgangers lose. When did we not just like go, okay, we need someone to play Roger Ailes. Let's cast as many Roger Ailes looking guys as possible.
Yeah.
Now it's like, let's get fucking skinny 5'5" guy. We'll put a little makeup on him. He'll look 90 and 6'4".
Well,
it's
dude,
like, come on.
Russell Crowe is not skinny. Russell
Oh,
Crowe's
no.
Russell Crowe's like a quiet
I was
230
exaggerating.
in the offseason.
No, but you know what I mean? It's like, I do feel like there's some guy, some actor out there who's been like, wait until they make a Roger Ailes movie.
Yeah.
My time to shine.
Yeah.
And they're like, now we got Russ. We got Russ all suited up because the makeup team's good.
Dude, I was so ready for them to make a Prince William movie.
Yeah, you would be the guy.
Yeah, but I think I'm starting to look less and less
You
like
are.
him over time.
Which I think is a good thing, by the way.
Yeah, well, he's starting to look bad.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Back when he
exactly,
was
yeah.
like young
He's
Prince,
fading.
it was like Jack looks like the young Prince.
Can't hold your jack anymore.
Yeah, now he's fading.
Yeah. Now, like it used to be like when he got married to Kate Middleton, it was awesome because everybody was like, you know who you kind of look like
Yeah.
is this stud,
Which means you can get Kate Middleton.
which means I probably could.
It's a nice little pat on the back.
I just need to get my royal card
Yeah.
or whatever they have
Laminated.
laminated, and now, fortunately, every time he's a kid, he's in the news. I don't get like
Yeah.
you know what? You kind of look like her.
This
But yeah.
is.
Who's your loser, New? You got a comment.
I was going to comment on that. Just saying, this started with Leo playing J. Edgar Hoover. That was
Exactly.
just
You're totally
hilarious.
right. Where it's
What?
like-
We got the guy who won Sexiest Man of the Year the
No
year
need.
before.
No
and-
need. No need to do
to
this.
play J. Edgar Hoover.
I bet he'll crush it, but why? What are we doing? I feel like that's such a. You're gonna look ridiculous. It's like Freddie Mercury. Actually,
Again,
he kinda
Russell
looked
Crowe
like
isn't
him.
very attractive. That's a hot take. It's actually not.
You say he's not?
He's not, dude. Fucking look at Russell
now
Crowe.
he's- yeah, now he's
no,
not.
look at him even in Gladiator. It's
Oh, how dare you?
no, but even in Gladiator, his best shape, he was still
Yeah, he was still
rocking
tug.
the love handles.
Yeah, he was. He was.
And cover up that armor. You think of any
I think
other
that's why
actor
I
who played
kinda
him,
like it, though.
he wouldn't
Yeah.
be fucking shirtless all
He's
the
kind
time.
of just got the good old boy vibe to him.
You are right. We don't get a lot of
He's
shirtless.
got this just big
yeah,
mitts.
because he's fat.
Yeah, Maximus is very covered.
He's a big fat fatty.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Maybe hopefully not in the second. New, who's your loser?
My loser
Hey, whoa.
is fans of good old-fashioned American comedy.
You are one pathetic loser.
Like so us three.
Us three,
We're all
you know,
losers.
people like us. We are all losers this week. I saw a headline that Ken Jeong and Shaq are going to be on a TV show together on TBS.
Oh, God, that's going to suck.
Never been so excited before in my life where I was like, what the fuck could these two get up to?
That's going to be so bad.
The show is fucking Dirty Jobs meets like Undercover Boss, where Shaq and Ken Jeong are going to go show up to these random places.
And Shaq's
just,
gonna blend in.
Like they're going to shovel shit or something. And the people don't know they're coming. And it's like they're going to do all these weird, odd, dirty jobs. And I'm like, we couldn't find a better fucking plot for these two. What about a buddy cop movie?
Yeah,
That'd be
something.
hilarious.
We got these two signed on for a project, and that's the best we can
yeah,
come
what
up
are we
with.
doing?
I'm with you. What a bummer.
So
After Dr. Ken, I just have not a lot of faith in Ken Jeong. It sucks because I think he's really funny.
He's
but
good in The Hangover. I did not. He was in Community, which we didn't really watch.
he's too good of a guy.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's great. You know, he's just got to go back to his cameo role kind of thing.
Yeah.
When he's in what am I thinking of?
Knocked Up.
Knocked Up. Perfect.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's great.
exactly.
You smoke. You
How?
once in a while when you're drinking.
How have they not made a doctor show that Ken Jeong's been in?
Dr. Ken, they did.
Oh, they did?
They did a whole show.
Oh, that's what you're talking about?
That failed big time.
See, that's why. That's why yeah, exactly.
Exactly what.
Exactly.
All right, let's get moving. What else is going
Moving
on?
on. Dr. Ken, I got to take a look at that. Sex sells. New category.
Sex sells, Morty.
New thing. It does. We all know it. Don't lie. Idris Elba this week was named People's Sexiest Man Alive 2018. This is the 35th year that the magazine has made the award. The list of winners is pretty hilarious. They are all there's like a couple funny different things of how they pick the sexiest man alive, and that's kind of where I want to start. Everyone that's the sexiest man alive is like over 40 years old.
There are a few exceptions, but mostly yes.
Yeah. So the past handful, you got Idris Elba's 46. Last year was Blake Shelton.
Hilarious.
How the fuck that happened? I don't know. But 41 Blake Shelton. The Rock won in 2016. He was 44. David Beckham won in 2015 at 40. So the past 5 have been 40 plus. And then after that, you had a couple absolute studs. You had Hemsworth at 31, Adam Levine, Channing Tatum, Bradley Cooper, all guys in their 30s, Ryan Reynolds. But besides that, you look through the numbers, like the past 35 years, all of them. The youngest is 31, which is nuts. But all of them are basically 40 to like 46. Isn't that kind of weird?
It is a little crazy.
Like how are they picking?
You know,
what
men, in fairness, men do just get sexier.
Yeah.
Like,
no, they do.
God, the sexiest guy growing up for me. Who is it? The rookie? The freaking
Dennis Quaid?
Quaid?
Yeah, and Quaid's
Maybe?
never won. Can you believe that?
What?
Isn't that nuts?
He probably is the sexiest man alive right now.
No, we were saying. I think it's kind of like the LeBron MVP debate we were saying, where it's. Are you going to give it to Brad Pitt every single year? Because right, are we lying? Are we not going to lie? Is Brad Pitt not the sexiest man alive? We're not going to play this game.
I'd say Ryan Reynolds.
So Ryan Reynolds is right in there. Bradley Cooper. I think you might throw Gosling.
I got one that is going to bother you guys.
So that's also. I'll go there. Who do you think this year, 2018? Who should have won sexiest man alive?
Tom Brady. Not even close.
Wow.
Oh my God,
Tom
that's
Brady.
good.
He's the sexiest
Tell
man
that
alive.
fucking hippie to
That
get a
is
haircut.
good.
It's not even close.
Tell
New.
him to eat some tomatoes. It'd be good for him.
No, I cannot believe I didn't think of that.
Soft man.
I cannot believe I didn't.
You want a sexiest man alive whose ass I
Give
could
me a
pick?
sexiest
You
man
want
alive.
Ryan Reynolds a million times.
You go Ryan Reynolds this
Yeah.
year? Yeah.
Okay.
He's quick. He's funny. He's got that bod to boot.
Let me ask you this question. What do Nick Nolte, Blake Shelton, and Richard Gere have in common? They've all been sexiest man alive.
Yeah, but
Richard Gere.
Yeah, in the 90s.
Nick
Yeah.
Nolte.
That's the thing. Also, in the
Look
90s,
at
the
this Nick
sexy
Nolte
look.
photo I'm looking at. I might unplug something.
Nick
so I'm not
Nolte
gonna
is
do it,
so
but-
90s in his picture. In the 90s, all the sexiest men alive, they were dads, slightly balding, who wore glasses and like very loose button downs.
I know, dude.
That was the look.
I missed out.
Yeah, seriously.
You kidding me? Well,
That'd be great.
What goes around comes around.
Yeah, it'll come back.
Yeah.
It'll be back. But a couple. I was thinking one. How has Zac Efron ever been nominated for?
Oh,
this?
wow.
That's pretty.
And he's now over 30, right?
Kind of
He's in his
damning.
day.
Yeah.
He qualifies.
Also, Mr. Matt had a Kit Harington. I don't know how that wasn't thrown out there too. I think he's too small.
Dude, you don't want like a 5'4". It's not
That's the thing. I think it's too small.
Yeah.
It's not. It's sexiest man alive. It's not sexiest little boy alive.
Oh, Jack, you're tough today. This guy's tough.
Yeah, I'm fucking bringing it.
Don't get in his way.
Tommy Cruise has won a couple times.
Yeah.
He's a little guy.
Yeah, well, but he's a psycho man.
Johnny Depp has won a couple times as well.
Yeah.
Idris Elba, second black guy to ever win. Who was the other one?
I already know the answer, so I won't participate.
Cuba Gooding Jr. No,
No, that'd be great.
Let me guess.
What a guess.
Also, notice how I said Cuba, not Cuba.
Yeah.
Because I know what the fuck I'm talking about. Can you give me the year?
Yes, I think it's 96.
Oh, 96. Big year.
Big year for black actors.
Actor?
Yes. You got to get it.
Denzel?
Yeah, of course. Because I literally looked at
yeah.
I read that he was the second black guy to ever win, and I was like, Denzel, he must have won.
Do you hear what I'm saying, though? It's sexiest man
Yeah, well,
alive, not sexiest little boy.
Russell Crowe, he
Denzel,
would be up there
man.
for a while.
Anchor
Crow.
man.
No, not anchor lady.
Pretty great Idris Elba quote though. When they told him that he won, he was like, "I was like, come on, no way, really." I looked in the mirror, I checked myself out, and I was like, "Yeah, you are kind of sexy today." Isn't that great? Yeah, you are kind of
What was
sexy
Blake
today.
Shelton's quote? Did he
I
say,
don't-
"I'm embarrassed"?
Dude, he
'Cause
should.
clearly this isn't the case.
Are you guys? This is a
I'm
joke.
embarrassed.
Are you guys making fun of me? Is that what's happening right now?
New in post, can you put just Idris Elba saying, "I'm aware of the effect that I have on women," right here? Boom.
I am aware of the effect I have on women.
I'm aware.
I'm aware of the effect.
But
that I have
Idris
on
Elba, good for him. Way to go.
It's fucking Charles Minor.
women. Yeah.
People forget about the minor days.
I-
People don't
we
go
don't
back
watch
and
it.
rewatch
We
those
choose not to
tapes.
watch it.
I'd say, really, I love the minor days.
Oh, dude, we will not watch. If we're watching The Office, we will skip every minor episode there is, except for the volleyball.
I've been there for a while.
Yeah, that's the best episode ever. But no, we skip the minor days. They're just you get bad Jim.
Yeah, it's
He's
bad,
affecting
Jim.
the wrong characters in the wrong way.
In the minor days, you have one of the best lines of all time, though, which is when David Wallace, Charles Minor, Dwight, and Jim are in there, and Charles Minor hates Jim, and Dwight's his guy. Dwight keeps on recommending
The bees.
bees, and it's the
I
greatest.
have an apiarist.
I have an apiarist.
We extract the queen bee's pheromones.
Pheromones and put them in there. Like
a flushable towelette.
that's just unflushable talent. It's so good.
No, Jim, I have a bad apiarist.
Oh, he's
So
good.
fucking funny.
Would you recommend him?
But so who this year? So I guess we all got our guys. We're never going to agree. I was going to try to have a pool boy sexiest man alive 2018. There's no way we agree though, right?
I like our guys though.
I like our
Ryan
team.
Reynolds.
I like our team.
I like-
Should we have a
I
sexiest
like
pool
Zac
boy alive
Efron.
award?
Whoa!
How dare you? You know what you're doing. How
Let's
dare
put
you?
it up to the fans. Let's have a little vote. Let's do that.
Yeah.
We'll put that on a story. Nah, it'll look. Maybe. I don't know. We'll
I
talk
know who
about it.
comes in third.
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. All right, moving on. Skipping that. Let's go to In a World.
In a world.
It's kind of different In a World, but on the same kind of line. Avatar. They're making 4 new Avatar movies. They finished filming the second and third. They're coming out. This is pretty crazy. There are new Avatar movies Christmas 2020, Christmas 2021, 2024, and 2025. So a lot of Avatar coming. This week they announced the names of each of the sequels. Thought, I'm going to read the name. There's a little fun guess what the movie might be about based on the name. Unfortunately, they're not that exciting. But Avatar 2 is Avatar, the Way of the Water.
Sure.
So,
You remember the imagery from Phantom of the Menace or Phantom Menace?
Oh, I do.
Where
know.
they swim into the big bubble.
There's
and that
always
whole
a
deal?
bigger
They
fish.
have that invention. They have that thing where they
They've-
literally just put in like a mouth guard and they
Yeah.
can breathe underwater.
That's
and I'm
the
like,
whole
why don't
movie.
we have that?
That's
What
the
is
whole
that?
movie. That's it.
It's just that.
It's
I'm
them.
so in.
That a lot of that swimming, a lot of underwater breaststroke.
Is that what you think is going to happen, or is this what you know is going to happen?
No, that's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
Yeah. I was like, I don't know what it's going to be about. I would just guess.
And I
haven't seen-
imagine
We haven't seen these big alien freaks in the water yet, though. Maybe they're just fish.
So I think they
Yeah.
are because I know like the reason that
Maybe they breathe through their
Well,
tails.
I think all the reason
They
the
fuck
filming
them.
got delayed was because they fuck, they breathe, they do everything through their tails. But they were trying to like make sure they could film
They
underwater.
should be
really
more
well.
protective of their tails.
Yeah, they should wear like
Their tails are
their
everything.
tails everything.
They connect to God through their tails.
they can speak to dead people. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like a whole thing.
Their tails are like their USB port.
Yes,
And they just fucking walk around naked.
And they also bang with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'd be
That's
very
how you
protective.
really-
of
I
my
gotta
tail.
drop another. Awa has heard you.
Ewa has heard you.
I was actually on this morning when I came upstairs. Did you hear me? I gave a couple of
Yeah.
those.
Dude, can we watch Avatar actually? Because
It's
I haven't
so
seen Avatar
great.
since 07.
Oh,
It's
incredible.
fantastic. It's lovely.
It's incredible.
By the way, so is Jake Sully? Is it the same cast?
Same
Is-
cast,
we
same,
got-
and
okay.
remember
It's
we
Jake
talked about
Sully.
it.
Sully.
Oh, you're saying how they say it?
Yeah.
Yeah. well, now he lives there.
Like idiots.
What white person is walking around calling him Sully? It's all Sully.
Jake Sully.
He officially moved.
My Jake.
But
Ewa has heard you.
no, they are. It's gonna be the same characters. James Cameron. Remember, he said it's gonna be like The Godfather, where it's like their
Yeah.
family story. The third one though, Avatar: The Seed Bearer. Sounds like a lot of banging going on.
It does sound like
Sounds like a lot of tail coitus. Unless we're planting trees.
Maybe.
Some tail Congress?
I'm a
Tail Congress, that's better.
Here's my prediction.
Give it to me.
Sort of a Children of Men situation.
That's a tough, good movie.
Yeah, tough good movie. Children of Men, where
Great concept.
mankind can no longer have children. Somebody can.
Yeah.
And that's the whole part of that.
I forget everything besides that, but cool setup.
You know that big fucking tree that they're also not protective of in the slightest?
Home tree?
Yeah. Home tree?
Are we talking Avatar? Or
Yeah,
Children of Men? Yeah,
Avatar.
Home tree.
Home tree.
I think it got torn down in the first Avatar.
Yeah,
though,
I think so, too.
I think it's we need to build a new tree.
And those are the seeds.
And but we can't the seeds don't it's not like earth where like seeds, come from other trees. Like makes sense. Seeds, I'm guessing, come from the fucking tails.
Have you guys ever heard?
And
Oh,
some
wow.
person can bear the seeds.
There's going to be a guy.
Yeah.
That's definitely what the plot is.
Yeah.
Have you guys heard the story about the Chinese emperor and the boy and the seed?
no.
Would you guys like to hear?
Sure.
So it's just quick. It's very quick. So the story: emperor's going to die. Got to name a new emperor. So these kids, all the kids, it's like everyone wants to be the emperor. He's like gives every little kid in the town a seed. It's like grow your plant, come back. Whoever's the most beautiful plant, you win. Everyone does it. Comes back. All these beautiful plants. One kid, no plant. It's like didn't work. I tried. He burnt all the seeds. It was a test. He's the only honest one. You are the emperor now.
Ah.
So if anyone ever gives you a seed and says, give me a beautiful flower, and it doesn't grow, be honest. Honesty wins out.
And from
Avatar.
And from that kid, as emperor, begot generations upon generations that lead to the communist pollution factory.
That
is
was the
that country
beginning.
now.
And that was the beginning. And so the fourth...
Maybe they shouldn't have been burning seeds. Maybe they should have been,
You are doing it today for me, friend. You are doing it today.
bringing it today.
and then fourth one, we can't infer anything about this, but it's the Tolkien writer. So I don't know. Tolkien writer. Any thoughts?
Wait, spelled like J.R.R. Tolkien?
No, Tulkun.
That sounds like
still-
Taruk Makto, which I'm going to have to remind you guys has been 5 generations since we've seen. No? Okay.
Wait, is that the big bird?
That's the big bird. The rider of the bird is Taruk Makto.
Oh, so that's definitely what it's going to be.
Dude,
Fuck yeah, I love those birds.
do you know who's so fucking badass in that movie?
The Mohawk guy?
Big alpha, big swinging dick motherfucker.
Oh, yeah. Who jumps on the fucking back of the warship and is like throwing guys off
Yeah,
it. He's
the guy
he's
who-
19 feet tall.
Jake Sully's rival.
Yeah, the Mohawk guy. Yeah, that guy's sick. That guy's awesome.
I will fly with you.
Yeah. he is. It's pretty much. You know what it is? It's Top Gun. He's Val Kilmer.
He's very
where
Iceman.
he's like, I'll fly with you any day,
Yeah.
but you're gonna have to pass this fucking test.
You
Yeah.
gotta earn the respect of AWA.
You're unsafe.
Moving on. I really like this one. We got another new segment. Today we spell redemption.
Today we spell redemption.
And today it's P-E-T-E. Pete Davidson. Pete Davidson last week was a real McAsshole. He was on SNL and he made fun of a Republican congressman or a guy running for Congress, Dan Crenshaw, who wears an eye patch because he did 3 tours in Iraq, and on his 3rd tour, IED explosion, killed a bunch of people, killed like his interpreter, blew off his eye, so he's got one eye, and Pete Davidson made a joke saying he looked like a bad guy in a porno, and then said, I know he blew his eye off in war or whatever. And everyone was like, dude, not cool.
Yeah, that
we
wasn't
threw
cool
a
at
full
all.
boycott on Pete. We were like, this is
We
the
said
end
boycott
of
Pete.
SNL and Pete.
Yeah.
Why the fuck you're not allowed to make fun of everything, but you can make fun of the vet? It's like, what the fuck?
Dude, this new blue hair.
You know, the
fucking
whole thing.
That's what we're saying. It's like you are not on
It's like, shut
SNL.
the fuck up.
This is a completely fucking. It's totally different.
That being said, if I could grow hair, every time I go to like a hair place, which I haven't been to in forever because I go to the laundry store down the street and get a buzz cut. But every time I've gone to like Floyd's, they have like the we'll dye your hair thing, and every time I'm like, man, it would be so cool.
It'd be
I
fun.
want skater stripes so bad. I think I could probably still get them, but
you get
like,
skater strips. It look good, but that'd be great.
I don't believe you. I didn't believe what you just said.
Anyways, Pete.
You're a liar.
So we were full screw Pete, screw SNL. We're done. But this week he was pretty awesome. He had a big apology on SNL's Weekend Update. That was super
This is like
great.
his 3rd apology.
No,
this
so
year.
this was really good. So he had this apology, and then as he's kind of finishing, he was like, I really screwed up. Dan Crenshaw, the guy he made fun of, like is on a chair, rolls out next to him. And it's like, oh, you think? And so they had a good little moment. Pete apologizes to him. The guy accepts. As he's accepting, his phone starts ringing, and his ringtone's an Ariana Grande song. Awesome. Really,
Love that.
Really funny stuff. They were like, flipped the script, put up a picture of Pete Davidson. Dan Crenshaw started making fun of him. He was like, this is what meth looks like in human form. Stuff. They're just like good stuff.
Awesome. Dude, Dan
No,
Crenshaw,
it was
by the way,
awesome.
his original response is like the greatest thing ever. Did you hear his original response?
His original response was awesome. He was basically like, I don't want people to have to apologize for every joke. Like, this wasn't cool. Like, no,
Yeah.
don't make fun of vets, but like, I'm not like expecting anything.
But he had the best line, and it's my favorite line. It's kind of the line I think, I like to think a lot of the time that I'm like the father of this country.
The daddy.
But he basically said, I try really hard not to offend people.
Yeah.
But I try even harder not to be offended.
Yes.
And it's like, that's how everybody should be.
No, he's the fucking man.
Try to not be offended.
And so after they did the whole apology and he made fun of him, he just had like a look at the camera little PSA, and it was awesome. He was just basically like, don't be sensitive to stuff, but don't cross the line on this stuff.
Yeah.
Like Republicans, Democrats, there's funny's funny. Like don't whatever. It was really, really good. If you haven't seen it, definitely check it out. At first it's a little bit hard to watch because I didn't know what to expect, but knowing that it's all good, just good stuff.
Good
Way to
stuff.
go, SNL. I literally thought there's no way Pete Davidson can go back from this.
There's a chance for
Pretty
you
awesome.
yet, Pete.
Right?
There's a chance for you yet. Yep.
Pretty awesome. They did a little handshake.
Yeah, it was good.
It was cool. It was very good. Moving on. New segment. America. Fuck yeah. That's right. This week, President Donald Trump handed out a couple presidential medals of freedom. And the only reason I know what a presidential medal of freedom is because Obama gave away a ton towards the end of his run. And they were all you kind of were confused about what the award was.
What the criteria was.
So he gave
Dude,
them.
it sounds legit as hell.
So it sounds very legit. It's the description is the highest civilian award of the United States. It recognizes those people who have made an especially, I can't read that word, contribution to the security or national interests of the United States, world peace, culture, or other significant public or private endeavors. Mm-hmm. Obama gave his, and the reason
And subscribe.
If you're this far, like and subscribe
And rate.
Never too late.
And write a review.
But anyways, Obama gave his to a bunch of people, but including, and it seemed just kind of random, Ellen DeGeneres, Robert De Niro, Meryl Streep, Stevie Wonder, Tom Hanks, Bruce Springsteen, Steven Spielberg, and Barbra Streisand. And so it seemed, watching that, we were like, did Obama just pick his favorite actors and singers and be like, here you fucking go, let's be buds, right?
Yeah.
But I don't know, it's the civilian award, the culture, the thing, whatever. Those people are all incredibly famous, but it's still kind of like, I don't get the award. But this week, Donald Trump gave a couple of his, and they're even fucking more classic. He gave his to, you've got two-time Super Bowl winner Roger Staubach, who I've met, who is a fantastic guy.
I caught a pass from him.
Yeah, great guy.
That is pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
That is cool. He's got the coolest
hands.
Backstory ever. Like,
Dude.
if you go through his life, he's
Navy
the
man.
coolest guy ever.
True story. When I got my appendix out when I was 11, Roger Staubach, who was a buddy of one of my buddy's dads, came over. I had my big scar. He showed me his scar. He had gotten his appendix out too. Mm-hmm. I was like, cool, Roger Staubach. I don't really appreciate this enough right now. I'm only 10. I don't really know the history, but looking back on it, way to go.
Comparing tummies with Staubach.
Pretty good. He was ripped. But you've also got Alan Page, who's an absolute badass. He was a D tackle for the Vikings who became a judge for like 40 years. Mm-hmm. It's like sick. We got Orrin Hatch, late Supreme Court Justice Anton Scalia, and the two best by far, that's right, Elvis Presley and Babe Ruth.
Yes.
Babe
I
Ruth.
didn't know Babe Ruth. I knew Elvis.
Babe
Fuck
Ruth
yeah.
is getting a Presidential Medal of Freedom. I have no idea what the fuck this award is, but that is awesome.
This is the funniest thing ever because
That is awesome.
If you know anything about Babe Ruth, he did nothing for the country.
You give one to Ted Williams
but if
before Babe Ruth.
If you're giving it to Meryl Streep.
Yeah, no, exactly. I don't know.
Yeah. Dude, this is I now.
What is the award? Of course.
I now officially want to become president because I want just to. I'm going to tell no one who's on the list before I read it, and I go. And of course, long overdue, Stevie Ray Vaughan and Dan Aykroyd.
Dan Aykroyd's perfect. Dan Aykroyd could totally
John
win one.
Taffer. Thanks so much. Come collect
Oh,
your
it'd pretty
medal.
much just be the pool of fame.
Yeah, that's basically
John
what it would be.
Taffer, and how could we forget Mark McGwire?
Mark
Get up here, you big forearm son of a bitch. Everyone loves you.
The backbone of this country. We couldn't do it without him. But so awesome. Like even like just thinking of other baseball players. Like Babe Ruth obviously was super famous, but like Ted Williams fought in
Babe
World
Ruth
War II.
was a drunkard.
Yeah, Babe Ruth like married like a 60-year like
Yeah.
It's like a whole. He was the man. He was the babe. We all loved him.
He was a gambling drunkard.
What about Roberto Clemente, who literally died trying
I'm
to
sure
give
he
people
probably
food?
has
You think
it
he already has
already.
one? He
Yeah.
must, right?
Yeah.
Like they're just other names where you're like, what? Elvis? Was Elvis? Did he do? I don't really know Elvis.
Elvis did.
He
Dude,
did?
Elvis,
Okay.
Elvis was fucking crazy. There's a ton of movies about
In
Elvis.
like a helping people way? Or
No,
like
not really. In like a voices talking to him way. There's a great movie actually, I think with Kevin Spacey, and Michael Shannon plays Elvis, which is like,
What?
and they don't even try to make him look like Elvis.
That's great.
And just Elvis went up to Richard Nixon when he was in the office, and he had a one-on-one like 3-hour meeting with him, which is like unheard of. And he was carrying a gun in, which again, unheard of.
Absolutely unheard of.
And he talked about how he thinks he should be a secret operative for the United States government because he has access to a lot of things as Elvis, and he wants to protect this country. And Richard Nixon was just like, sure,
Cool.
Yeah. Hey.
yeah,
Let's slap a mustache on you, throw you somewhere overseas.
Yeah.
See what intel you can find.
yeah.
So fucking funny. Babe Ruth. Who do you think who would you give one to?
Mark McGwire.
Mark McGwire.
Of course.
These are pool of famers, I guess. That's
Yeah.
that's what we were
Yeah.
saying.
Harold Ramis, Mickey Mantle,
Mickey.
Jose Vidro, second baseman for the Expos, and then later the
Yeah,
Nationals.
later your Washington Nationals.
Or only All-Star for about 2-3 seasons.
I was thinking like if I'm being real, like people who I could also see getting this award, John C. Reilly. Mm-hmm. Can you see him somehow winning? It's like this is such
William H. Macy.
Yep, William H. Macy's totally
John
one
C.
of them.
McGinley.
Which one's John C.
Going for all
McGinley?
the three baggers.
Just all the three
names.
initials.
Classic. Who's John C. McGinley? Oh,
J.R.R. Tolkien.
John C. Is he from Scrubs?
Yeah.
John C. McGinley. Yeah. I was also thinking John Cena. Eventually, you got.
Oh yeah, John Cena. Dude, that'd be great if it was like my first one, John C. Reilly, John C. McGinley, John Cena. I'm also a John C. John C. O'Shea.
Yeah, John Charles.
Yeah.
Johnny Charlie.
But
Johnny Chuck.
Except I want to go by John C.
John C.
Like Chauncey Billups.
John C.
John C. O'Shea.
It's very fun. It's very playful. But yeah, hey, that was a pod. Kind of a quick one.
That was a pod?
That was a pod.
Oh, tight.
Yeah.
We're not doing the 6 seconds?
We got 60 seconds.
Oh, yeah.
But, before I hop in there, come on. You guys not going 60 seconds. Yeah, of course. Let's hop into the fast lane. Gone in 60 seconds. Start the timer.
Give me like 2 minutes.
Jack's got the timer. He's got to get
How have
it
your bets going today?
I just did a couple big time parlays. The Pats totally screwed me over on my first one. I thought that was such a lock. All of my bets were around that Pats game. But I have this money line parlay because my Bills won. I need a tough Dolphins win over in Green Bay against the Pack, and then I also need the Seahawks to take the Rams to 8-2.
What a shitty NFL Sunday. I'm looking at these scores right now.
Really, really frustrating. Especially after a really good one last week.
I guess that Colts game ended up being a game.
But there was a 3.5 point spread, right? Or was it 3? So you either pushed or
Yeah.
you lost on that. Tough stuff.
Tough stuff.
All right, I'm ready to go.
All right. And Nickelodeon has announced that they are in the process of reviving All That, which was an SNL show, but starring kids, teenagers. Jack, this was like your favorite show ever. Big news. Any chance you think it's going to be as good as it used to be?
Maybe. I mean, like
It was a classic. It was as good as it used to get.
If you go back and you watch All That, though, it is really bad.
Yes, but not like it's all relative. As
Yeah.
a kid, it was like this is next level
Yeah.
shit. Like they're actually trying. Like it was like really fucking weird.
Well, they were talking about the issues.
yeah, exactly. They're not. They're looking
talking
them
about
right in the mirror.
recess.
They're looking the country in the face.
It was literally Saturday Night Live, except written by adults who were pretending to be kids and,
Yeah.
and performed by like Amanda Bynes.
Yeah.
And Keenan
Yes.
and Kel.
And Drake from Drake and Josh, all those
Yeah.
guys when they were younger.
Stud cast.
But I loved the show because it was like they were actually kind of funny. Like the kids were like kind of kid comedians. I feel like nowadays, I feel like they're going to cast it with a bunch of pretty boys and hot girls. And it's like they're not funny. We need Eric Matthews and
It's exciting news, though, that they're rebooting this. It gives a little bit of weight to my prediction that Amanda Bynes might make her comeback
the
all
Amanda
the
Bynes
way.
show. That'd be
The Amanda
absolutely
show?
incredible.
I'm shorting Amanda Bynes, by the way. No shot. All right, next one.
Mike Meyer says that he is still working on Austin Powers 4 and hopes that it will be start filming within the next year, and that it will actually focus more on Dr. Evil than Austin Powers. Do you think the fourth would be as good as the first 3, Jackie?
If it focused on Dr. Evil, yeah. Because Dr. Evil's the funniest character.
Yeah, incredible.
I don't know, Scott.
Yeah, that's
He's so
those
good.
are the best scenes of those movies. Is
Yeah.
him and Scott.
Yeah.
Him at the table with number 2 and the crew.
You know what's going to be weird is if you look at Mike Myers now, he does not look like Mike Myers anymore.
Now he's all old and
He looks closer to Shrek.
Pudgy.
He's got a bowling ball face now.
he does.
He looks like he has a few too many cocktails.
Weird hair too. Odd hair choices.
Well, fortunately, he wears wigs and makeup and stuff like that for those characters.
Yeah. But Austin Powers, the third movie, Goldmember. I want to say it's underrated, but it is like the top 5 funniest movies ever. Goldmember is so fucking
Is
funny.
Goldmember your favorite of the 3?
Oh, easily for me. I think
Interesting.
easily. I think it's the whole goddamn package. You got Michael Caine's his dad, and they're talking British and hitting on chicks.
Yeah.
Michael
Daddy
Caine is
issue.
fantastic.
It's amazing.
You
It's
lose,
incredible.
what's Will Ferrell's character? Where he's got the hat.
What's that guy's name? Mustafa.
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 3 times.
I guarantee you that Austin Powers has a kid in this next one.
Wow. Next, Breaking Bad. It's announced that Breaking Bad movie is in the works, starting with Jesse's escape, which was in the last episode of the show. I never actually finished the show Breaking Bad. I know that's kind of crazy, but that's huge news to a lot of people. I know you did. Is that pretty big? How did you go?
It's interesting. I kind of trailed off on Breaking Bad. Like I probably watched the last season the least of any of the seasons. I was more of a Gus guy, season 3.
Okay.
I went and looked into this though. Vince Gilligan, who ran this deal, was the showrunner for it. In the past, had said he has intentionally left Jesse's plotline vague. He's like much like the end of Inception when the fucking thing's spinning. It's like he wanted to leave it up to interpretation for the audience. So it's interesting that they're going back on that and now are gonna come up with some answers.
Interesting. In my mind, and again, I didn't watch the show, and I know a lot of people like Jesse, but in my mind, what's his name was the show. So, like, is Jesse good enough to, like, that character? I'm not a big Aaron Paul guy.
I'm not a big Aaron Paul
So
guy.
I don't know if it's like,
and
is he-
frankly, Jesse is the easiest character to make fun of all time.
Yeah.
He's just bitch all
Yeah.
the time.
So it's like, is that guy, is it going to be a whole movie of that guy?
I didn't really watch Breaking
Do you
Bad.
boycott Breaking Bad?
I didn't boycott it. I watched it's slow. I watched the first 6 episodes. He just doesn't sell meth. And it's like, holy shit, just sell meth. I want to see the Kingpin.
selling already.
I don't care about the rise.
Moving on. Ice-T, the rapper and actor, claimed this week that he has never had a cup of coffee or eaten a bagel. Do you believe him? Because I do not. Jackie.
I do not. One time Chad Kehoe told me that he never drinking a glass of milk or eaten grapes. I don't believe him, and I don't believe Ice-T.
I had my first cup of coffee this year, so I believe the coffee.
No, he's like 50.
I know, but if you're not a coffee guy, you can stay away from it.
Here's why I don't believe the coffee thing. And because I buy that. Maybe he's a tea guy. Him on Law & Order SVU.
His name is Ice-T.
Wow, there we go.
Yeah.
Every single scene that he is in SVU, he has a cup of coffee.
Was cop.
And like either a donut or something in there.
Well, he's a
I
cop.
do not buy that he's never taken a sip of that fucking
I don't
cup.
get the vendetta on bagels, though. That's just bread.
Weird.
You're avoiding bread?
Just not eating something really good.
He's been on enough sets
Right? You have enough craft
Yeah.
services.
where it's literally just coffee and bagels.
Yeah.
Like, are you telling me that you've never eaten on a set? Ice-T, you're a liar.
He's a liar. I don't
Yeah.
buy it.
I don't buy it. I don't buy it in the slightest.
I don't believe him. Moving on. The new Disney streaming service that is set to compete with Netflix and Hulu and the other streaming services, it was announced that it's going to be called Disney Plus with the plus sign. What do you think of the name? Also, how do you think it'll be?
As much as you can be a basic bitch in the online digital streaming world, that's so basic.
Yeah, the plus sign.
The only more basic things that they call it Disney Now.
Yeah.
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 Call
We
it
already had HBO now. It's not even original.
HBO Go.
HBO
Showtime.
Go,
But there
HBO Now,
is an HBO
Yeah, I'm
now,
trying to think. What are the other ones? There's
FX Plus,
Showtime Anytime. I like that one.
Showtime Anytime. that's
Showtime
good.
Anytime's pretty good. Whoever came up with that.
Showtime Anytime.
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 Nebraska, honestly, it's not for everyone.
I can't think of a better name that for the Disney.
Disney Magic.
Yeah, it's a little vague.
That's fucking lame. Never mind.
Never mind. Screw it.
You went screw me and screw this.
We were
platform.
saying though, I think it's going to be absolutely epic, mainly because every good sports movie ever has been made by Disney. We're about to just be able to watch Coach Carter and Glory Road on repeat.
The backlog that they already have set up for this thing is unbelievable. And
It's
then
nuts.
and then you add on top of that they're going to start making Star Wars TV shows, and John Favreau's going to head that up.
That's
and
gonna be sick.
they're going to do all these other Marvel shows that
gonna be
are
dope.
offshoots of the main Marvel stories. It's awesome. I'm
good
so
stuff.
pumped.
Put your money in Favreau.
Put him in.
Also, Netflix, step up your game.
They're
The
slipping.
original content is slipping.
They're slipping. Last question. This week marks the 15th anniversary of the movie Elf. Best Christmas movie ever? Elf? Are you willing to say that right now?
I think the Santa Claus is better.
You think Santa Claus Tim Allen?
I love the Santa
It's
Claus.
a good picture. It's a good flick.
You get a smarmy Tim Allen, and he's a single dad. He's working in the marketing business, and he becomes Santa.
It's tale as old as time.
Tell me,
Tales all the time.
Tell me a better log line than that.
I can't think of one.
Oh,
Toy
and by the way,
executive.
who's going to be balancing him on the other side of the screen? Judge Reinhold.
Judge Reinhold.
That's it.
That's it.
That's all.
Two heavyweights, tossing punches.
Yeah, I actually probably like Santa Claus more, and again, as you guys know, I'm a big original Grinch guy.
You are.
I
It's
like
good.
Jim Carrey's
By the way,
Grinch.
not original.
Not the original Grinch.
Yeah,
That-
It is the original
about
because
60
That's
years
the greatest.
after the
No,
original.
that's the greatest.
we're gonna get
line.
years away. We're
Grinch.
gonna get years away from all this, and we're gonna look back. We're gonna have the Benedict Cumberbatch, or whatever the fuck one that's
That
out this
guy.
week.
Yeah.
We're gonna have the Jim Carrey one. We're gonna have the original cartoon. Jim Carrey's gonna be the one that lasts. It's
That's
gonna be the one that
that's
survives
so,
the test of time.
That's the
I'm on
least
team new.
true.
I agree. And also, I think Elf is my favorite.
That's the
Christmas movie.
dumbest thing.
I think Elf's number one.
When's the last time you watched the cartoon?
Last Christmas.
You watched the cartoon last Christmas?
Then you're just a
Everybody watches it
psychopath.
last Christmas.
I can't talk
Yeah,
to
I
you.
can't.
It's a Christmas classic.
We used to have it
it's
on
like saying
VHS.
Charlie Brown is in a Christmas classic.
used to have-
They're equals.
I've never even seen the Dry Run.
Yeah, actually, I have not.
Seems boring. Seems slow and
I
boring.
know there's a tree and the kid misses the
It's
football.
uninteresting. It's uninteresting.
Yeah.
But hey, there was the pod. Kind of a quickie, but hey, there we go.
Always a goodie.
Good
Sweet.
stuff.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, hey, Johnny, what's up?
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
Yeah, well, that's just like your opinion, man.
At no point were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
Dude, I'm surrounded by assholes.
I award you no point.
And may God have mercy on your soul.